How's everybody doing? Lenny Besterman's Sarasota experience down here at South Lido Beach before the tropical storm starts. Today is Tuesday. We just had the 4th. What's today? Tuesday, right? Yeah. We just had the 4th of July weekend, which was awesome. Sarasota and all the areas killed it with fireworks. I absolutely had the best time ever. I have my son Ryan here. He's actually the Taco King 0108. Am I right?
Yep.
On YouTube. He's just starting his little page if you want to go over and say hello to him. But anyway, we wanted to come out, show you South Lido, explain a couple things. Right now, we are not in a problem, but we're going to start getting rain around 10 o'clock, and it's going to be pouring later on. Anyway, after this live, I'm going to process this video and put some aerial video attached to it. But we're at the very end of Ben Franklin Drive on Lido. It's one of my favorite areas. It dead ends into a parking lot, which in my opinion, the parking lot, when it rains and has had a real busy week, is horrible. They just had this all fixed. Now it's undermined again, water puddles everywhere. It really needs to be asphalted or fixed or repaired. There could be some kind of pervious rule where they need to keep shell in here so the water drains through. But you literally could get sucked into one of these potholes with a smaller vehicle. You can see that car going through now. But awesome area. They just put a bunch of money. I don't know when they did it, but this is a bathroom slash beach shower where you can wash the sand off of you. Very nice bathroom. It's brand new. It's within a couple years, I think, maybe 5 years. 5 years is a lot different than a couple years. It could even be longer. Time goes so fast. But anyway, once it's processed, you'll see from the aerial video, this is the very south end of Lido, and on the other side is Siesta Key. I picked this area because this is going to be our first storm. First of all, before we get into that, not only do you have an awesome bathroom, but if you walk over to this side right over there, beautiful views of the city. If you head to your left, you'll see from the aerial video whenever I process this, I'm going to reload this video and you'll be able to see, but this entire area is over in this area right here is all mangrove tunnels, where this is a famous area for kayaking and just a beautiful, beautiful area. What not a lot of people understand and know is that entire area is full of picnic tables and walking trails, and you could really take an entire day, and it opens up after a little bit of a walk to a beautiful view of the city and Bird Key. So I highly recommend, if you have a chance, you literally could take a couple days down on Lido and check out the walking trails, the picnics. Sundays over here in that area, again, always big parties. This is the pass over on this side. We're going to walk onto the beach here, but I'm trying to explain this all. All kinds of different picnic areas, and you are able to come and have a little party, get together in the grass areas. This place is always packed. There's DJs and all kinds of things on the weekends and holiday weekends. Your little ones, nice little playground for them over there. That's pretty cool. But on the sand side, it's an absolute beautiful view. So if you ever have a chance, come on down. What I would recommend, we're going to do this way over here, but a lot of times I'll walk over there and make a right and head all the way around the point of South Lido. It's a really nice walk. Pay attention to the tides. Some of the areas are tighter. Actually, that might not be right. Before they did the beach re-nourishment, a lot of the areas were tight where you'd actually have to walk into the Gulf of Mexico to get to the opposite side. So, but now the beach is much wider, so that might not be an issue. But sometimes the tide could get all the way up where you have a hard time getting all the way around. But they really made a huge improvement, which you will see. And why I picked down this way is they did a beach re-nourishment, which was controversial because of where they needed to get the sand from. I'm also going to put in the video what the beach used to look like from up top after the live is over. But the sand was washed all the way up to the buildings. And unfortunately, with what we know just happened down in Miami, that was a major concern here. So they had to take some kind of risk, or they had to do a beach renourishment to widen the beach. What the problem is, where the controversy comes in, is a lot of people from the Siesta Key area, which that piece of land right over there, you'll see that, was not very happy because of the way they were getting the sand. They were taking it from the pass, and they were concerned about washout on their beach. They were also worried about the estuary, which, from what I understand, it's the feeding of the manatees and things on the pass where there was grass. And unfortunately, there are reports of a lot of manatees dying in this area. I don't know if it has anything to do with that. But people that are against, from what I understand, and I'm not a professional at this, but people that are against beach renourishments and where they're getting their sand from are very concerned about undermining the sand and redirecting the floor with all the food and all the animals and things that are down there. So you can understand, monster catch-22, it's a necessary evil, but how it was done, it was very controversial. The other controversy that I've been told is a lot of people think this beach is going to wash out again. And I did see it starting to do that last week. So I wanted to do a live before Elsa, a couple hours before it starts, and show you what it looks like now. And hopefully I can get back down here and show you what it looks like after. Now, I was down here last week and I had a very nice conversation. If you're ever on a beach and you see this roped off area, which you can see, this is all roped off. And this is actually a nesting area for a bird called, I'm trying to think, they're not swoops. It was very unusual that they were able to nest here. I talked to a person from the Audubon Society. Let me see if I can find the name of it. Watch our short video to learn how you can help protect birds in nesting areas. Oh, they're called least terns. They're very, very small. It's very, very unusual that they picked this area. Usually they only nest on Marco Island. As far as they know, they've never seen these least terns nest here on South Lido, but for some reason they did. Very common for your regular swoops to nest. They always nest on the main beach that way. That's very common, but to have these birds nest here, not common at all. They're very small. They're the smallest terns in the family, and unusual. They don't know why they nested here. They think it might be because of the beach renourishment that happened. But what you can do is you want to make sure you don't bring your pets here, because the pets can disturb the birds and they can leave their eggs. And also it's just people digging and walking around. A lot of times you don't even see them. They're so small. So you could do some damage that way by just not listening to the border and going inside. So this stake, you can see they're all staked out pretty good all the way around. Try not to go in there. If you have an animal, make sure they're on a leash. You're not supposed to have dogs here anyway, but people break that law. I see it happen all the time. Clean up your mess. Also, another big thing about the beach, this kind of stuff. I don't know if this was naturally made, but if you're digging in the sand, make sure you fill your holes in, because what happens is the turtles' nests, when they give birth and they actually get to the water, which is very hard for them to do, they could fall in there and flip upside down for the babies and the adults. Not to mention people get hurt when you do not, when you're walking on the beach and you leave the holes open. So huge beach now, which you can understand where most people wanted to see the beach get enlarged, myself included. But like I told you before earlier in the video, the controversy came from where it came from, the sand, which, by the way, that's the big pass over there. That is the waterway that takes you from Sarasota out into the Gulf of Mexico. Absolutely beautiful place to walk around. The water's always very clear and clean, just awesome. I'm guessing this past 4th of July weekend, it was probably jam-packed. But as we walk up here, I'm gonna take a look. There was the lip Look at this foam. I'm not sure what that is. Probably just some nasty water that got caught inside the sand. So that's weird. As you walk up this beach, I was starting to see a little bit of a cliff up here last week. And let's see if it's here. The amount of rain we had last week, we might even had some natural washouts. But that looks like that lip is gone. So that's good news. We'll see how it lasts, see if we have any problems. And again, as you can see, once this is processed, I'm going to put some video from up top. Look at this space today with how much sand there is from the back of the buildings all the way out to the water. There's a lot of beach now. It's huge, absolutely beautiful. What do you think? Are you happy they put the sand in here? You have to understand also, see that brown building right there? The old beach was up around that swimming pool when before the beach renourishment. It's absolutely all the way back there. This building also right here, that also had the tip of the building was out in the Gulf of Mexico. So that's how far along this has come and how much sand they've pumped in here and made the beach wider again. So absolutely a necessary evil. Here's some of the washout that they're concerned about. This is just the start. And as you get further up, you'll see it drop off more. So we'll see how this handles this storm. We'll see. So today is filming on July 6th, Tuesday, right after the 4th of July. And I hope to get down here maybe next week. I'm going to be off of work the next 2 days because of the rain. I work outside. So put your notifications on and make sure you subscribe. I hope to do some additional video work during the storm and after. And make sure you put those notifications on so you can see what's going on in the Sarasota, Bradenton, and surrounding areas. One more thing, here's a big drop off. I just got a notification that today, starting at 5 o'clock, the Tampa International Airport will stop commercial flights. So you will not be able to fly out of Tampa International Airport today because of the storm. They're calling for 70-mile-an-hour winds, which is just under a Category 1 hurricane. That's what Elsa is going to be doing. And it did shift slightly to the east, which would affect the Sarasota and Tampa area a little bit more than they thought. We are also on the east side of the storm, which is the dirty side, which you get the most rain, wind, and tornado action from a storm. So that's not good for this area, but it should be fine. It's a Category 1. I listen to Bob Harrigan all the time on ABC 7. He had said that this would be much more of a risk if it were in August or September because of the weather or because of how warm the temperature is in the water. Because it's an earlier storm in the beginning of July, we get 85% of our hurricanes in September and August. Because that's we're a little earlier, the water temperature's at a safer temperature for this thing not to grow. Otherwise, it's set up where it probably would grow into a Category 2 or 3 storm. So here is this area right here with the drop off. We're gonna have to see what that looks like after this storm, the washout. So I don't know what it'll be. We'll find out. But got to protect these buildings somehow. And like I said, it was a necessary evil. But there you go. That right there is a turtle's nest. It's turtle season. Make sure you, if you're walking on the beach at night, do not have your flashlights on. That screws up with the turtles. They get disoriented if they happen to lay their eggs. And if those eggs hatch, they might have a problem making it out to the water. So a lot of these buildings have stipulations on what kind of lights they're allowed to have on during turtle nest season. But I believe that's it. I just wanted to say hello, give you an update. Put in the comments where you're watching from. And I'm on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And I would love your support. Would love to know who you are and where you're at. And if you're ever in the area, make sure you say hello to me. Lenny Besterman's Sarasota Experience down here at Lido Beach. Share this post out, show your friends, and hopefully you have a chance to get down to the beach sometime. We'll talk to you soon, everybody. Have a great day.